Hello. I'm coming to you live from my sister's house in East London, where I've come over to spend some time with her and see my nephew. And on the way here, on the tube, I had the pleasure of witnessing some of the most powerful manspreading I've ever seen. If you don't know what manspreading is, and it's I suppose it's a sexist term. It's the event of a man sitting down, usually sitting down somewhere, and spreading his legs out so wide that he can occupy 2 or 3 seats at once. It's really impressive. This guy, I've never seen anyone with their legs that wide apart. It was really amazing, and it did make me giggle. And then as people started to get onto the carriage, the train carriage, he sat opposite me, and there's a spare seat next to me and a spare seat next to him. And, there were plenty of seats, to be honest. But as people started to get on, I thought, hang on a minute. People are going to come and sit next to me because I'm sitting nicely and my legs are straight forward. And they're not going to sit next to him because his legs are spread out. What if I man-spread? I'm going to do some woman spreading. And I spread my legs apart. It was a really big effort. But I sat on the tube and I put my legs properly wide. I'm slouching and I've tried to match his legs to see how wide I can open my legs and just see how that feels. And what an experience it was. And it was quite challenging just because I have short legs, for one, but also to be that kind of open and take up that much space when there's other people around, and people feel it, and you can see people looking like, oh my God, she's really spreading out. And I was kind of doing it because I was playing with this guy, because he's opposite me. If this is normal, is he going to notice when I do it? And then there was the point where he got up and he got off the train. And now it's just me with this really wide spread. And I just feel like I'm presenting my vagina to the whole carriage. And I thought, well, let's just hang out here and feel how this feels. So I noticed feeling exposed, feeling vulnerable. And I kind of thought, I wonder if, guys don't feel that, do they? Do they feel exposed? Presumably they got their legs that open because it feels good, feels natural or powerful or something. And then it got to a place, hi Gail. Hey, Gail's watching my live stream, this is weird. Role reversal. Oh, I'm a celebrity, can't believe it. All right, let's focus. So, it got to a place where it started to feel powerful, and I started to feel like my pussy energy was taking over the whole carriage. It was actually quite good fun, and I felt guilty because I'm occupying all this space and someone might want to sit next to me, and I just kind of did it as a research project to challenge myself to be that open and occupy that much space, because it's like a women's issue, if you like. So, and it's not all men, right? Hashtag not all men. But it is a thing that tends to happen where men feel more comfortable to take up more space with their bodies. Their body language tends to be more open. And women tend to sort of fold in on themselves and try not to take up space. And we expect men to take up space, and we expect women to be more considerate. So, I was enjoying playing with it, and I guess I want to invite you to notice where in your life you're making yourself small, where you feel like you've talked too much, where you feel like you've got to be really careful to sit within the lines. Be really careful with, have I taken up more than my fair share? And where you can spread out a bit more and see how that feels. Or sometimes what I've noticed is if someone's body posture is super open, they're on the tube and they're hanging off the sides, and they seem to occupy 3 people's space somehow. Just, it might not be a big issue, but they've just noticed some guys seem to manage to spread quite wide, and that can make me feel like taking up less space. And I've played with that and tried to actually, see what happens if I also spread out. And it can feel quite powerful. So I invite you to play with it, maybe make a different choice and just see how it feels. All right, take up space. Enjoy. Mwah.